Welcome back into the Denver Coliseum. It's time for match number 6 of the day here at the state volleyball tournament as the Otis Bulldogs and the Kit Carson Wildcats set to do battle. I'm Ben Black. I'm very glad you have joined us for this matchup where the defending state champs take on the 2006 state champions. It's the first time since 2006 Kit Carson has been here at the state tournament when they beat Fleming in 5 sets. The Otis Bulldogs beat Fleming in 5 sets last year, and these two teams get the opening round matchup against one another. The Kit Carson Wildcats coming in at 20-4, seeded 10th in this tournament. The Otis Bulldogs seeded 3rd, coming in at 21-3, but maybe the hottest team in this tournament, the way they have improved a bunch of freshmen, and you're not kidding, on this Otis Bulldog team. They've got a few seniors out there in Emily Palzer and Kelsey Davis, but that's about it. Haley Patterson, a junior. This team is made up largely of freshmen, and they're the younger sisters of the bunch that made the dominant run last year to winning the state championship and has played in the state championship game for 4 straight years. The Kit Carson Wildcats will be in their yellow jerseys going from right to left here in the first set, and the Otis Bulldogs in their red jerseys going from left to right here in the first set. The Otis Bulldogs have several players that can get the kills for them. Most notably here within the last couple of weeks, it's been Antonia Shafford, the 5'7" freshman, channeling her older sister who's up at Shadron State now in her offensive capacity. But they've got several weapons that are very dangerous. Kit Carson much the same way. A lot of height on this Kit Carson team. Just take a look down this Wildcat roster. Junior, senior, freshman. You know, a lot of players that really have established experiences as year has gone along. And this is a team, in talking with a lot of coaches this year, coached by Penny Eisenbart, that you know, a lot of people are a little intimidated by because of their height, because of their youth, because of their very good coaching. It's another great coaching matchup we have here as Kit Carson will start with the serve. Senior setter Katie Ball will have that serve, as Shiloh Kirby, the libero for Otis, will check on. The libero for Kit Carson is Nitza Salcido. And they've got everything all lined up on the court. They've decided who they are going to be and where everybody's going to be, and we are set to get underway. Back to serve, Katie Ball. She'll get this match underway by clipping the net court. Fielded by Emily Palzer, back row. Set it up for Palzer. Big swing near side. Ball dug out by Salcido, and then the third hit not going to get over, so the Otis Bulldogs take the opening point of this matchup. That'll send Emily Palzer back, and she'll take the serve. Palzer steps back, lines it deep. Salcido trying to pop it up. Back row gets tagged with a lift ball. That's an ace, and the Otis Bulldogs take a 2-0 advantage. Palzer will line it short. Salcido pops it up back row. Running bump set in the near side attack, or far side attack, pardon me, from Aurella Eisenbart. Returned back by Haley Patterson. The dig not very clean though. And Patterson will get the kill and make it a 3-0 advantage for Otis here in the first. Emily Palzer will step back to serve. She'll line it far side, checked up high by Maria Arroyo, and a free ball will be played over by Brooke Crawford for the Kit Carson Wildcats. Set far side, Patterson down the line. She'll go and in for the kill. Patterson leads this team this season in kills, but she's been battling a shoulder issue. Hasn't gotten the swings consistently. Have to see if that inconsistent setting that they've used with her this year may play a factor in a state tournament like this. A service error will give Kit Carson their first point. 4-1 Otis as Salcido steps back to serve. Running approach, she'll line it down the middle, dug out by Palzer back row, set far side, Mallory Noble hammer down the line. Dug out by Arroyo, joust at the net, stuffed down by Mallory Noble, in the face of Katie Ball. And back to serve goes Kylie Coons for the Otis Bulldogs. Kuntz flies the ball far side, popped up by Saucedo, back row, set far side for Eisenbart. She's blocked, freed over, popped up by Patterson. Kuntz will back set near side, Kelsey Davis. Punched it down the line, dug out back row by Saucedo, set on the near side for Kelsey Smith. She gets rejected back by Kelsey Davis from the Otis Bulldogs. Mallory Noble there with the help block, and it's 6-1 Otis. Line serve by Kuntz, back row, Saucedo chasing it down, Maria Arroyo, and then the free ball will be played deep. Ball popped up, Kuntz short set down the middle, Mallory Noble hammers it into the net. And the Kit Carson Wildcats get their second point. Both their points so far have come on Otis errors. Got to start generating your own points. Early in the match, you can take control. Kuntz will set it up near side, Patterson with a big swing, Saucedo digging it out, good job, and then the free ball played over by, I believe that was Crawford. Back set near side, tip over. Ball popped up high by Crawford, far side. She'll get set on the far post, tip down the line. Popped up by Schaffert, set far side for Patterson. Tipped over the block, popped up front row, and the free ball and a lift as two players combined on the Kit Carson side. Otis with a 7-2 advantage here in the first. Back to serve goes Haley Patterson. She'll line it down the middle. Ball popped up back row by Arella Eisenbart. Set and a nice swing down the middle by Kelsey Smith. Far side set, the attack arced over the top of the block. Ball popped up high back row and punched deep to the back corner, down and in for a kill. Good play by Brooke Crawford, the junior setter, to find the back corner where Otis was not defending and earning the first point on the Kit Carson side. Ball line down the middle, popped up high back row. Davis with the big swing, banged off the block of the net. Popped up by Katie Ball front row. She'll get the swing near side. Ball banged off the block, joust at the net. Won by Brooke Dickey for the Kit Carson Wildcats and freed over by the Bulldogs. Near side ball banging into the block of Davis in the net. Popped up high. Two players colliding. Popped, fluttered over to Davis, but a whistle and a two-hit violation. You have to talk. I know it's loud in here, but you've got to talk. You've got to communicate. That's the third time we've played 11 points that Kit Carson players have ran over each other. Noble lined the ball far side, popped up back row, set up down the middle, and a nice swing through the block and down and in for a kill by Brooke Dickey, the 5'8 sophomore middle. In on the front row will come Cecilia Horning, the 5'8 senior, and back to serve Kelsey Smith, the 5'7 senior for Kit Carson. Serve fielded back row by Patterson, and Paulser will free it down the line. Checked up back row, set up onto the middle, and the swing off the block once again by Brooke Dickey, and a lift ball trying to keep the ball in play on the Otis side, and Kit Carson's within 3. Line serve down the middle, popped up back row, dig back onto the Kit Carson side, quick dig free back over by Katie Ball. Kylie Kuntz will set it up, and Schaffert will free it down the line. Popped up back row, set near side, big swing, the block in the net on the Kit Carson side, or the swing in the net from Katie Ball. And Kelsey Davis will take the serve for the Otis Bulldogs. She'll fly it deep, too deep and out. And in on the back row will come for the Otis Bulldogs, Carly Flagger. Maria Arroyo will take the serve, and she'll line it down the middle for Kit Carson. Set far side, Paulser arc it over the top of the block. Dug out back row, set near side, and Katie Ball bangs the block into the ball into the block of the net. Ball popped up, tip over. Check up on the front row, running bump, and a free ball will be lined down the far side from Merle Eisenbart. Set down the middle, big swing into the block at the net. No, into the net from Emily Paulser. And Kit Carson will take the point on the hitting error and cut the lead down to 2-9-7. Line serve will come down the near side. Bumped up high, and the attack will be hammered into the block at the net. And another point Kit Carson way, cuts it down to 9-8. Line serve goes into the net. And Schaffert will step back with the serve. Now 10-8 on the service error. She'll line it into the net. Both sides with a lot of jitters right now in this contest. Katie Ball will step back with the serve. Line deep, split the back row, let go by Noble, and again, you see another service error. These two sides need to take a deep breath and say, I know it's state. I know it's our first match of the tournament. We gotta play our game right now. Line serve down the middle, popped up high and back row, and a free ball over by Brooke Crawford for Kit Carson. Dugout back row set far side. The attack hammered into the block at the net, and Haley Patterson gets the kill. Halser steps back with the serve for Otis. Line near side, too wide and out. Nitzia Salcido will step back and serve for Kit Carson. And she'll line it near side, popped up by Patterson, back row. Coons tips it into the stuff block at the net of Arilla Eisenbart. The 5'10 sophomore gets Kit Carson within one. Line serve from Salcido deep, missed the back line. And Otis will take the serve back with Kylie Coons. Coons lines the ball near side, ball dug up high, back row, set up, and the free ball will be played over by Brooke Crawford. Set onto the far side, big swing, Patterson banged off the block, down and in for a kill. And Haley Patterson getting her third kill of the contest, making it 14-11. Kylie Coons back to serve. She'll line it down the far side, dug up high, back row by Salcido, backs that far side, down the line goes Eisenbart. She's dug up back row by Coons. Free ball be played over by Schaffert, clips the net cord, wing down on the front row. Set near side, and Kelsey Smith will free it over. Her ball pancaked out by Patterson and free back over by Coons. Ball popped up high, back row. Set up in the attack will be hammered deep. Ball dug out back row, set far side. Patterson, big swing down the line. Dug out back row by Arroyo. Ball set up at the net. Ball kept off the block by Kit Carson. And a free ball by Eisenbart, played deep. Popped up by Palzer, back row, back set near side. Noble bangs it off the block. Dug out back row by Maria Arroyo, and the set far side and the swing off the block from Brooke Crawford. Set deep by Noble, checked up high, back row by Arroyo. Set onto the middle, and the big swing down and in for a kill by Arilla Eisenbart. Eisenbart puts it in, and the long rally goes the way of the Wildcats. She'll give herself the serve as well. Line down the far side, popped up high, and a free ball over by Kylie Coons. Checked up back row, set down the middle, and the swing down, no block drawn into the net. Brooke Dickey could have gotten a kill there, but the Otis block in the net first. Lisette Burgess will exit for Otis as Kelsey Davis comes on. And back to serve. Into the net goes Arilla Eisenbart. So Kit Carson can't get the tie. 15-13. Otis here in the first. Haley Patterson will take the serve. She'll line the ball down the far side. Popped up back row. Set it up in the attack at the net. Rejected back. Kelsey Davis stuffing Kelsey Smith. And Haley Patterson got to relace her shoe before she takes the serve. State volleyball coverage on CHSAA.tv presented in part by College in Colorado. Explore career options, sports broadcasting to nurse, and more. A virtual campus tour of college or find financial aid at collegeincolorado.org. It's going to be an ace for Patterson out of the shoe tie, as Kit Carson couldn't play it cleanly, and Otis up by 4 now. Line serve down the middle, caught the back line, back-to-back aces for Patterson. And Patterson will continue with the serve. She'll line it down the middle, ball dug out back row, popped up high, joust at the net, stuffed down by Davis, free back over by the Wildcats. Ball popped up, set far side, swing at the net, Schaffert humps the net cord. Salcido digs it out back row, set it, tipped down the near side from Brooke Dickey. Set far side, the attack by Schaffert, line near side, ball dug out back row, set up on the far side, big swing, too wide and out. Did it catch the block? They say it did. The back judge did give them the tip, so the kill will go to Kit Carson, 18-14. And back to serve will go Brooke Crawford. She'll fly it down the middle, popped up by Emily Palzer, back row, set it up for Noble. She's winged down up on the front row and chased down, and a tip over by Brooke Dickey. Ball kept in place, set down the middle, and Noble will hammer it deep, dig out back row and punch back over free short. Popped up by Patterson for Otis, set near side. Davis, she'll line it far side, drew the block into the net. She mishit the ball, and the Otis Bulldogs land the serve to Mallory Noble. And Noble will line it down the middle, up 5. Ball popped up high, back row, set down the middle, and the big attack banged off the block. Down and in for a kill by Brooke Dickey. And the Kit Carson Wildcats with the serve. Line down the middle, ball popped up high, back row by Kelsey Smith. A big swing by Schaffer, catches the near line. 20-15 goes the tally. Kelsey Davis will take the serve for the Otis Bulldogs here in the first. Line down the middle, ball popped up high, back row. Set up on the near side, and a free ball be arced and short from Brooke Dickey. Popped up back row, set down the middle. Emily Palzer with a big swing down and in for a kill. Otis up 22-15, and a timeout taken by Kit Carson. Coverage on CHSAA.tv presented to you by Adams State University, celebrating a diverse student population, academic excellence, and athletic success. ASU focused on treating each student as a unique individual with potential to positively contribute to their community, nation, and world. For more information, visit adams.edu. That's adams.edu. We're joined by Michael Murphy now from the, 3A court is where you've spent part of your day today.
3A and 2A. I haven't really called anything on 2A, just a little bit during timeouts. But, the Sterling Tigers just really played a whale of a couple of games today. They just came up short. Took University to 5.
We've seen some whale of matches on all 5 courts so far today. That's why you should be watching on CHSAA.tv. We enjoy being able to provide this.
It's so much fun. I said several times on the radio, on your bucket list, some things you need to do. One is go to the state volleyball tournament, and one is go to the state wrestling tournament.
No doubt about it.
Fun things.
It's a new environment, 21-15. Davis with the serve. Line down the middle, ball popped up back row. Set on to the near side, and the attack from Hornung deep. Ball popped up back row by Haley Patterson. Big attack. Palzer will hammer it down and in for a kill. And Kelsey Davis will step back and serve. Davis flies the ball near side. It bends itself in. Bend it like Beckham. How about bend it like Kelsey Davis? That ball was going out, and it bent around the Kit Carson player that was trying to step out of bounds. 23-15. Line serve down the middle. Popped up high, back row. Back set onto the far side, and the big swing off the block from Brooke Dickey, and free back onto the Otis side. Set far side, Antonia Schaffert over the top of the block. Ball dig out back row and punch down the line, too wide and out. And the Kit Carson Wildcats now face a set point, a bevy of them at 24-15.
Is that like a cadre?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
I'm trying to
plethora.
Sound
I like
smart
that.
here.
I like plethora.
Line serve deep from Kelsey Davis. Ball popped up back row. Running bump set and the near side tip over the top of the block by Hornick. Ball set down the middle. Emily Palzer angles it far side. Gets the kill. And 25-15, the first goes the way of Otis. Second is coming up next from the 1A State Volleyball Tournament here at the Denver Coliseum. Back here at the Denver Coliseum, the Otis Bulldogs start with a serve here in the second. Far side swing, Kit Carson Wildcats with a big swing. And the dig is stuffed down for Kit Carson by Katie Ball. I'm Ben Blecka, joined by Michael Murphy here at the State Volleyball Tournament Class 1A action. The Kit Carson Wildcats fell in the first to the Otis Bulldogs. Line serve deep, but they're up 2-0 here in the second. This is the way you got to start when you get down 0-1.
Well, you got to get some momentum and try to get back into this. You can't afford to go down 2-0.
Every team that's gone down 2-0 today has lost in 3. Line near side, ball popped up high, back row by Schaffert. Back set to Palzer. She hammers it into the net. Kit Carson goes up 3-0. Katie Ball steps back and lines a serve down the middle. Popped up by Patterson on the back row. Kuntz will set it up, and Patterson will hammer it deep. Ball line far side, and Haley Patterson getting the kill for the first Otis point of the second.
The main difference in coming to this court is the size of the players.
Yes. Line serve by Palzer far side. Ball dug out back row. Set onto the middle on the big swing, hammered into the net by Aroa Eisenbar. We've seen some long rallies on this one today. Very good defensive teams in this tournament on the 1A side. Palzer will line it far side. Ball dug out back row. Set over the net by Ball. Dug out by Schaffert. Kuntz will set near side. Patterson clipping the net cord, rolling over and dropping.
Hard to defend that. You just can't defend those that catch the net, crawl it, and fall over.
Palzer will step back and serve. She'll line it down the far side. Ball dug up back row. Set up in the attack. Hammered by Eisenbar, down and in for the kill.
That was impressive.
She's been very impressive so far. They just can't find the consistency, Kit Carson. They can do that. They're right there with this Otis Bulldog team.
And that right there. You just pointed out, and there it was. Great kill, followed by a serve into the net.
And Itzia Salcido could not get a good swing on that ball, and Kylie Kuntz will take the serve. And good teams follow up an opponent's error with a good play of your own. You turn one error into multiple points.
Exactly.
Kylie Kuntz is going to go over and wake up the ball girl and get the ball.
She was buying a ticket. She was watching.
Line serve far side by Kuntz. Ball dug out back rows. Back set near side. Eisenbar will push it to the far line. Kept up by Davis. Chased down by Palzer and freed over by Noble. Popped up high back row. Set onto the far side. Swing knocked off the block at the net by Kelsey Smith. Kept in play down the middle. Eisenbar. She'll dump it far side, but gets tagged by carrying the ball over.
Tell you what, I got to watch 2A, 4A, 3A, that whole corner kind of down there. Good officiating today.
We've had really a lot of good officiating. We've seen a lot of two-hit violations on this court. It's a free ball far side. Kelsey Davis with the attack. Near side swing from Crawford off the tip, and she'll get the kill.
Tell you what I was impressed with was the consistency.
The two-hit violations, the lift balls, the carries, all of that has been very consistent. I think a lot of these teams in this tournament are seeing tighter officiating than what they're used to. But they've all adjusted nicely as Haley Patterson hammers it into the net. And Kit Carson takes the scoreboard is 8-4 here in the gym. I don't think that's right, but I may be wrong.
I don't think it's right either.
Far side swing off the block, and the tip will go down as a kill for Kelsey Smith. We have
we have 6-7 on this. We have 6-7. Oh, she's down here. Bonnie has got the official's ear. Coach Bonnie Coots has got the official's ear saying, hey, there's something wrong with the scoreboard.
The scoreboard in the gym says 9-4. The scorebook for Otis says 7-6 Kit Carson. We have 7-6 Kit Carson on the broadcast. And they're going to have to figure this out here at the 1A State Volleyball Tournament on CHSAA.tv.
You know, the Colorado Farm Bureau is our state championship coverage provided by the Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there day you buy your first car, the first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. The Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. People count on Farm Bureau Insurance for quality products, fast claim service, and insurance coverage that makes sense. That means you get protection you need along with some of the best discounts available. People from every walk of life depend on Farm Bureau Insurance, and you can too. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. Proud sponsors of the state championship.
You know, and one place you can get all the state tournament coverage in this state volleyball tournament. If you close that, it'll shut off. The place you can get it is coloradopreps.com, and then we're not just talking volleyball, Michael.
Oh, no.
We're talking football. When we hit basketball season, it'll be there, wrestling season. All season long, coloradopreps.com, the place to go for high school sports in the state of Colorado.
Is he going to run his show tonight?
Yes, he is. He'll be running a statewide show on the stations that are capable of carrying him, and then he'll run tomorrow afternoon as well, the radio show. And then, of course, the website coverage following things as they go through. So they get all the scores squared away. 7-6, Kit Carson is the tally. And Kit Carson will have the serve.
Well, the scorekeeper's been here a long time, too.
Yes. Earl Eisenbart with the serve, line deep, popped up high, back row. Set up down the middle, Mallory Noble will hammer it deep. Ball dug up back row, running bump set up, and a free ball be played over by Kelsey Smith. Ball dug out back row by Schaffert. Shoots set near side, Patterson hops the net cord and drops it in for a kill.
Again, you just can't defend that. You're ready for it to come over the net, and when it clips that cord and drops straight over, you can't defend that.
Yeah, a Kit Carson team is playing the ball right, and it just hits the net cord. Line serve far side, ball dug out back row, running bump set up, and at the net, the attack from Kelsey Smith, tipped over. Popped up high by Kuntz, and then the tip down by Kelsey Davis. And Otis takes an 8-7 lead. Patterson punches the ball down the near side, ball dug up back row. Set up on the far side. Nice swing to the back corner and in for a kill. Kit Carson gets a kill out of Brooke Dickey, their sophomore.
Snapped that off nice, got the top spin on it, and got it to dig right into that back line.
Adol hands the serve over to Brooke Crawford. The junior lines it deep. Popped up by Patterson back row. Backs up far side Noble. Off the net cord. Ball dug up backside, and a free ball be played over in short. Checked up by Patterson on the back row. Set up on the near side, and the punch down deep from Patterson. Ball chased down on the backside, and the free ball be played over by Katie Ball. Checked up back row, backs up far side. Davis clips the net cord, and off the dig and down and in for a kill. Kelsey Davis is playing maybe the best match I've seen her play this season.
Well, and it's the perfect time to do that.
Step up as a senior in big atmospheres. Line serve down the middle, popped up back row by the Kit Carson Wildcats. Far side swing for Katie Ball. Dug out, no, it got down. And that goes a kill.
That was an amazing pancake right there.
Yeah, just could not quite keep it up. Get the hand completely underneath it. Noble trying to field the serve. Halser will free it back over in short. Short set far side will go for Katie Ball. Her attack dug out back row. Set near side. Chapman will tip it down the line. Ball dug out back row. Set up far side, and the free ball will be played deep. Ball popped up, and the big swing off the dig on the back row from Halser. She'll get the kill, and Otis will take the 10-9 advantage. Davis lines the ball near side. Ball popped up back row, set up in the attack, will be hammered into the block at the net. Kept in play. All over each other were the Wildcats. Bulldogs will quick tip it back over. Dug out back row, and all of this for naught as the ball careens onto the court from Class 5A. The team's trying just to randomly play it off the floor.
It's like, you know what, we're just going to keep playing. We don't hear you.
Well, they don't have a choice. We'll replay the point at 10-9. Davis with the line serve down the middle. Ball popped up high back row. Set up in the punch down the middle. And near side, Schaffert will step up and hammer it in. I said early in this, she's been channeling her older sister the last couple of weeks. And, yeah, she's playing a lot like her.
Yeah.
Davis with the short serve, diving dig over, popped up by Schaffert. Kuntz will back set far side. Palzer with the swing off the block. Dug up back row by Salcido. Back into the radar zone of Palzer, and she pounds it down. Rotation on for Kit Carson. Amy Chamberlain, the 5'8 junior middle, will step in for the first time in this match. And Kelsey Davis will step back with the serve. She'll fly it deep, miss the back line. Kit Carson backpedaled, felt they were close to the back line, and let it go. Carly Flagger in to play DS on the back row. Line serve down the middle, fielded by Patterson backside. Back set for Shafford. Her big swing, too big and out. And
no touch.
Carson back within one, 12-11. How many times do you see a team protecting two in the back row? Serve goes too deep and out. What Kit Carson, or what Otis is doing, they have Kuntz, their setter, up at the front row. Three back and then two behind him, essentially protecting, quote-unquote, two back row players. Line serve down the near side, ball dug out, and Palzer with the radar zone kill.
You can't overpass and make it a set for the other team. Not going to win that way.
Kit Carson's done that a couple times and led to Otis being able to take control of this one. Line serve short, ball be popped up on the back row, back set on the far side, and the tip into the block at the net by Eisenbart, and a two-hit violation. And Otis has a 15-11 advantage. Shafford with the serve, line short. Ball popped up on the front row. Free ball be played over, popped up by Shafford on the back row. Kuntz will set near side. Big swing by Patterson, too big and out. That hitting error will give Katie Ball the serve. Ball steps back, lines at far side, popped up by Emily Palzer. Chased down and a free ball be played over by Shafford on the near side, misplayed. If you're the front row player peeling back and you know there's a player behind you, let that player take it.
Well, that would be common sense.
You get a little excited
you get
in this.
amped.
Yeah,
you do.
This atmosphere is a little hard to keep some of that together. Set far side, the attack from Brooke Crawford, line deep. Dug up Kuntz will set near side Patterson. Line down the line, too big and out. Otis hasn't hit the line very well this year. I've seen probably 12 of their matches this season. They hit the cross very well, the line not so much. Salcido with the running serve, line far side, popped up. Set for Noble. Noble will bang it into the block of the net, popped up by Palzer. Kuntz will back set for Patterson far side, using the block of the net, ball popped up high. Set down the middle, Eisenbart will tip it near side, down and in for a kill.
That was nice. She got up above the defense, looked to where the open hole was, and just placed it.
Netsia Salcido will come on back to serve for Kit Carson. Ball line down the far side, fielded by Patterson. Running bump set up and a free ball played over by Palzer. Checked up high, back row on the set far side. Big swing, hammer deep, too deep and out. Kelsey Davis back in for Otis as Kylie Kuntz steps back to serve. Line serve down the near side, ball popped up high, back row. Set on the far side and the hammer down deep and in for a kill from Kelsey Smith. Brooke Dickey back in on the front row for the Wildcats as they'll hand the serve to Rella Eisenbart. Eisenbart lines it down the middle, too big and out. Line serve down the middle will be popped up high, back row by the Wildcats. Set it up in the big attack, knocked off the block at the net, down and in for a kill by Kelsey Smith. Kit Carson back within two, 18-16. The line serve will be flied short, popped up by Patterson back row. Davis will turn, bang it off the block at the net. She'll turn and return it after it's kept in play by Noble. Free ball be played over by Kelsey Smith, popped up by Palzer, set far side Davis, her attack. Dug out high, back row. Set up far side, the attack from Katie Ball, angled over, dug out by Patterson, back row, set near side, Shafford, big swing. Down off the back line and in for a kill. So the Otis Bulldogs trying to go up 2-0. And a timeout will be taken by Kit Carson, as we'll have an opportunity once again to talk about Bank of Colorado, who helps present our coverage on CHSAA.tv.
State tournament coverage provided by the Bank of Colorado, a bank with community ties, competitive rates, personal local service, and locations throughout the state. That's the Bank of Colorado.
Viera Wireless also brings it to us. They've got 4G coverage now.
We like that 4G coverage, state volleyball coverage presented in part by Viera Wireless. They offer the best coverage 4G now here, and it's the fastest. Find out more at viero.com. I got to tell you, we were talking about Sterling. They had 3 seniors on their team, but none of them had been at the state tournament.
Right.
So they came out on that first set, lost 25-5, and that was because they had no clue. They just got out deer in the headlights.
Well,
I mean, this is just an amazing thing.
Same thing that Kit Carson's running into. Last time they were here in 06 when they won state, Otis has been here 8 straight years.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though these are freshmen, they've been here. They know what it's all about. These Kit Carson girls haven't had the chance, and that was why it was 25-15 in the first, much closer here in the second. Line serve down the middle. Otis up 19-16. Far side swing. Line deep by Katie Ball. Dug out by Noble. Back row swing from Patterson. Hammered into the net. So the hitting error will hand the serve back over to Kelsey Smith. Smith lines the far side. Kuntz will shoot it off near side. Palzer hopping the net cord. Pancaked out back row by the Kit Carson Wildcats. And the ball will be lined deep. Ball popped up high back row. And at the net, the attack will be knocked into the block by Kit Carson and down on their side. And Kelsey Davis with the serve at 20-17. Line serve down the middle, tip over, punched up high. Ball dug out by Patterson. Shoots that near side, Shafford off the block at the net. Ball dug out back row. Set far side in the attack into the net. 4-hit violation on Kit Carson. And Kelsey Davis will step back and serve 4 points away from going up 2-0. Line serve, attack at the net, blocked from Brooke Dickey, and it goes down.
Misplay over here. Miscommunication.
And Otis up 22-17. Line serve down the middle. Ball be popped up high back row. Back set and the floater will be played over by Kelsey Smith. Set down the middle. Palzer with a big swing. Arilla Eisenbart trying to play that with an elbow, and she's lucky she missed.
Swing and a miss, a good thing that time.
Subs on for either team. Maria Arroyo to serve for Kit Carson. Flagger to play back row for Otis, and the line serve goes into the net from Arroyo. Shafford lines a serve into the net.
The E&E network. The air followed by the air.
Either side, a lot of jitters in this match. Setting the line serve near side, fielded by Shafford back row. Backs that far side. Palzer bangs it off the block, gets a return into the net. Off the block, and Otis up 23-20. He'll have to field from Katie Ball. Katie Ball lines it down the far side, catches the line far side, and in for an ace.
Nice serve. I like your couch, by the way, just so you know.
It's very comfortable.
It's nice.
Line serve near side, ball popped up high back row, set up for Patterson, banged into the block of the net. Ball popped up high, and Palzer will turn, line it down the line, and get the kill.
That ball was out, and Saucedo decided to play it on the back line. Well, we're at set point.
Palzer will step back and serve for the Bulldogs. She'll line it down the near side, popped up high back row. Set up and the swing on the middle. Eisenbart caught the back corner, staved one off. Still 24-22. 2 more set points to stave off as back to serve goes Saucedo. She'll fly it deep, popped up by Palzer, back row. Kuntz to Patterson on the backside, down the line and in for a kill. And the Otis Bulldogs take the second, 25-22. We'll be back with the third, match 6 of the 1A State Volleyball Tournament at the Denver Coliseum. And welcome back into the Denver Coliseum. My voice is dying. I'm Ben Blecka alongside Michael Murphy. I knew I had enough voice to hopefully get through our matches today. We'll have to see.
Well, we are a little crazy.
Just a little. Kit Carson will start with the serve. Otis up 2-0 as we head to the third. Ball popped up back row, set down the middle. Eisenbart with the big attack far side. Set up Kuntz, far side Patterson. She'll tip it inside the antenna. The ball popped up high, set near side, and the attack will be hammered down and deep. Ball dug out back row, set far side. Patterson will bang it off the block, punch back over by the Wildcats and Hornick. Set down the middle, Paulser will line it near side. Ball dug up high, back row. Running bump set up and a free ball be played on the far side. Ball dug up, shoot set far side. Patterson with the big swing into the block of the net. Ball popped up high, Kuntz. Set far side, Shafford will line it down the line. Ball dug up back row by Arroyo. Set near side and the punch deep from Crawford. Ball dug out back row for Otis, and Noble will turn and line it deep. Arroyo digs it out back row, set onto the middle for Eisenbart. Her attack lined off of Kirby and down and in for a kill.
I like the fact that you've done Otis enough that you don't even have to look at the roster.
I'm getting there on Kit Carson. Kit Carson will play later on tonight against Norwood. Service there for the Wildcats. Our next match at the state volleyball tournament is Flagler against Stratton.
And you talk about some of your rivalries. That's one.
That is definitely a very good one. Big swing, Eisenbart at the net, blocked by Noble. Popped up by Kirby, set up Kuntz far side. Noble will turn, hammer it down and in for a kill. And Noble makes it 2-1 Otis here in the third. Line serve far side. And the ball popped up back row. The near side swing, miss hit over the top. The block by Brooke Crawford. Tip back by Noble far side. Ball dug up back row set and the tip down the line by Cecilia Hornick. Dug back onto the Kit Carson side. Swatted back over by either side. Near side swing will come from Brooke Crawford. Too big and out.
Our state tournament coverage is presented in part by College in Colorado. Explore the career options in sport broadcasting, electrician, and nursing. Take a virtual campus tour of the college. Financial aid, colorado.org. That's collegeincolorado.org.
Big swing off of the dig back row and a kill for Arilla Eisenbart for Kit Carson. Will hand the serve to Nitzia Salcido, the libero for the Wildcats. Salcido, short serve, popped up by Paulser, back row. It's going to go down as an ace. Great placement on the serve right there. The back row is so far back. And we're tied at 3 here in the third. Salcido, short serve, ball popped up back row, set it up in the tip down the line by Noble. 2-hit violation on the set by Kuntz.
With all the whistles and noise, sometimes hard to hear that whistle.
This end of the Coliseum, you get all of the noise feeding back this way. This is the loudest of all the 5 courts. The line serve down the near side. Ball popped up high, back row, set it up, and Noble banging off the block. The net tip back over by Eisenbart. Popped up by Kirby, set far side, and the big swing down the line from Patterson. Return back, and Mallory Noble will hammer it down and in.
That was the set to the wrong team.
Yes, it was. Kylie Kuntz will take the serve at 4-all. Kuntz lines the ball far side, drops it in for an ace.
That was nice.
Kylie Kuntz punched the ball far side, dug out on the back row. Backs up for Eisenbart, tip back near side, and in the net.
Somebody was.
Eisenbart, I don't know if she hit the net or if she hit the post first. Either way, that's a violation, 6-4 Otis. Kylie Kuntz will line the serve far side. Ball popped up back row, set near side. Big swing off the block of the net from Kelsey Smith. Backs at near side, Kelsey Davis. That is a 4-hit violation. I am sitting right on the net.
Yes, we are.
I've had several times where the coaches have protested today, and I'm right on the net, and I can tell you it did or did not hit the net. And I'm on a comfortable couch. Line serve down the middle.
Yes, you are.
Set for Noble. She'll punch it deep. Ball dug up by Arilla Eisenbart, and the set down the middle. Nice swing at the net by Brooke Dickey. Kept up off the block. Turn, and the ball popped up. Set onto the far side. Big swing banged into the block by Patterson. Punch back over by Davis, but a carry called, and Kit Carson gets the tie at 6.
Bonnie did not agree.
I can see why it was called a carry.
Yeah, me too.
Line serve deep, popped up back row by Palzer. Back set for Patterson. Line to the far corner and down and in for a kill. Bulldogs with a 7-6 advantage. And Patterson will step back with the serve. Patterson lines the ball far side, popped up back row, set down the middle, and the tip attack over by Kelsey Smith. Dug out by Palzer, set far side. Noble bangs it off the block of the net. Punch back over and down and in for a kill by Brooke Dickey. Crawford will take the serve for the Wildcats. Tied at 7. Otis up 2-0. Short set near side. Noble will tip it over. Ball popped up on the front row by Katie Ball, and under the net went an Otis Bulldog on the tip over. So Kit Carson takes the 8-7 advantage. Line serve, floated far side, popped up back row by Palzer, set it up, and the attack from Schaffert, line 2 wide and out. Timeout will be taken by the Otis Bulldogs as they need to talk here in this one.
Part of our coverage today brought to you by Adams State University, celebrating the diverse student population, academic excellence, and athletic success. ASU is focused on treating each student as a unique individual with the potential to positively contribute to their community, nation, and world. For more information, visit adams.edu. That's adams.edu. High school students can start taking their college education and earn high school credit through Adams State University's early college and concurrent enrollment programs. Online courses are offered throughout Colorado. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. That's exstudies.adams.edu. And Ben, as we come out of the timeout, Otis losing just a little focus for a second. Bonnie wanted to rein him in, a little short leash, and say, okay, let's refocus. We're up 2-0. Let's not let this set get away. We want to just continue what we're doing.
Yeah, the Otis Bulldogs, a lot of freshmen in this roster, not played at this environment before, so you want to try and give yourself an opportunity to rein them in. Line serve deep, ball popped up back row, set in the big swing, far side from Noble. Ball dug out, set on the far side, and the nice swing down the line from Brooke Dickey. Noble will set far side, and the free ball played over by Schaffert. Checked up off the back row by Eisenbart. Set on the near side, and the big attack from Katie Ball deep. Dug up back row, set for a back row swing for Patterson. Into the block at the net and down.
Nice job, number 6. I don't have the roster in front of me.
Kelsey Smith.
Big block right there.
Keeping it on the Kit Carson side, Brooke Crawford with the short serve. Ball popped up back row by Schaffert. Set it up for Kelsey Davis. Tip near line. Ball dug up on the back row by Katie Ball. Set in the attack. Banged off the block of the net by Kelsey Smith. Set down the middle and the tip over by Kelsey Smith and punched back over by Kelsey Davis. Ball popped up high. Set onto the near side and a tip over by Katie Ball. Set far post. Schaffert through the block and down and in for a kill. Mallory Noble will take the serve for the Otis Bulldogs.
Didn't we have a Schaffert and a Noble before?
For a number of years, yep.
Okay, just checking.
Antonia is not playing, but she is student coaching. I think she's got some knee trouble for Chadron State. Far side swing, the hammer down deep from Brooke Dickey, but Jessica Noble, who I've seen around here, her team is going to the national tournament, Division III, I believe. I think she's out at Morningside.
Wow.
Line serve far side, ball popped up back row by Patterson. Set down the middle, Schaffert bangs it off the block of the net. Ball popped up high, back row set near side. The attack from Katie Ball, hammer deep. Dig out back row set far side, Schaffert knocked off the block. Ball dug out and the running bump set onto the near side, and a free ball be played over by Katie Ball. Checked up back row by Noble. Kuntz will tip set it over, and the ball lifted on the front row. So Katie Kuntz will get Kylie Kuntz will get the kill.
We've got all of that. Kuntz, Schaffert, Noble.
You've got 4 players on this team whose older sisters were on the team within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Kelsey Davis, dig free over, ball popped up on the front row, set onto the near side, and the big
Boom.
attack swing down and in for a kill by Katie Ball. Back to serve for the Kit Carson Wildcats will go Maria Arroyo, the 5'4 junior. Line serve deep, ball be popped up back row. Coons will set it up on the near side. Ball tipped far side, too wide and out on the attack. And Kit Carson taking a 13-9 advantage. Line serve down the far side, popped up back row, set it up, and Palzer will hop the net cord. Ball dug up by Arroyo for Kit Carson. Set on to the near side, and Katie Ball lined the ball deep. Dug out back row, set up for Palzer down the middle. She'll line it far side. Ball popped up high, back row set, and the punch onto the near side, and actually a lift on the set will end that run.
Nice little run there by Kit Carson. 13-10.
Kylie Bolin will come on and serve here.
And did not do what she was asked. Put it right into the net.
And Tanya Schaffert was pulled off there. She'll return. I think she was pulled to the bench to talk to Coach Coons. It's not a substitution I normally see. Line serve down the middle, popped up high, back row, set up far side. Patterson, she'll bang it off the block. Chased down on the near side by Brooke Crawford. Set down the middle, and Eisenbart off the block, turned in the tip over and down and in.
Brooke Crawford.
Yeah, Brooke Crawford with a nice tip kill. Katie Ball with the serve once again. Ball lines it far side, popped up by Schaffert on the back row. Set up on the near side, and the big swing by Emily Palzer goes down and in for a kill. Palzer with the serve. She'll line it deep. Ball dug out on the back row. Set up in the attack will be hammered down the middle from Earl Eisenbart. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Far side Patterson. She'll bang it off the block. Diving dig freed back over. Popped up by Palzer on the back row. Set far side Patterson. Down the line she'll go, and that'll be a kill. Kit Carson up 15-12 here in the third. Palzer with the serve. She'll line it deep. Ball dug up off the back row. Set onto the near side, and the attack by Eisenbart drops on down. She's really establishing herself as a force on this Kit Carson team.
Well, that time she took just a little bit off of it, the back row, not expecting that, and it dropped right in front of them.
Back to serve goes Salcido. She'll fly it deep. Popped up by Schaffert on the back row. Back set near side. Patterson banged off the block and out, so she gets the tool. We'll get a sub in as Kelsey Davis comes back in on the front row. Kylie Coons back to serve. She'll line it far side. Ball dug up back row by Salcido. Set in the big swing from Smith. Dug out back row, and Palzer will free it down the near line. Popped up by Smith, back row. Set in Eisenbart with a swing through the block, down and in for a kill. (17-13) Kit Carson here in the third. The attack at the net from Otis hammered into the net, so the hitting error will give Kit Carson another point, 18-13. Line serve floated short, popped up high, back row, back set near side. Patterson knocked out the block. Ball chased down, shoot set onto the near side. The attack from Kelsey Smith, line deep. Palzer digs it out, tipped over by Coons. Popped up back row set near side. The attack lined into the net by Brooke Dickey, and Otis will try and get on a run here.
Well, good teams can face a little opposition and come back.
Patterson with the serve, line down the middle, popped up back row set down the middle, and the punch will go deep from Kelsey Smith. Ball dug up back row set far side. Schaffert lines it deep. Ball dug up back row, bumped up, and the attack from Kelsey Smith off the block, down and in for a kill. Brooke Crawford will step back with the serve. Crawford lines the ball down the middle, dug out, back row, back set near side. Noble bangs it off the block of the net. Ball dug out, and the set free to the back corner. Ball dug out by Palzer on the back row, set it up, and Patterson with the big attack. Line deep, ball dug out by Eisenbart, back row, and the near side swing will come from Katie Ball. Dug out by Patterson, set far side. Schaffert hammers cross to the back corner. Dug out by Eisenbart, bumped up, and the free ball will be played back over by Katie Ball. Set onto the far side. Schaffert this time goes corner and drops it in.
That was pinpoint accuracy there, or blind luck, I'm not sure. But whichever, it's at point.
You got to be lucky to get good sometimes. Noble with the serve back within 4. Line down the middle, popped up by Salcido, back row, set near side, big attack off the block of the net. Ball popped up high, not cleanly off that block, and Kelsey Davis will get a stuff block to terminate the point.
And here comes Otis. Got to think if they get this next point, there's going to be a timeout.
Mallory Noble lines the serve down the near side. Ball popped up high on the back row, set far side, banged off the block, kept in play by Shafford. Chased down by Noble, and a free ball be played over by Kuntz. Check up on the back row, set onto the far side, and the nice swing off the block was Katie Ball, and then Ball will get the return back, and then the tip back over by Kuntz. Ball popped up high, set Brooke Dickey on the far side. She'll go down the middle for Kelsey Smith, and Smith gets the kill.
Checking back on the front row will be Cecilia Horning for the libero, Saucedo.
Line serve goes into there from the Kit Carson Wildcats. Kelsey Davis with a serve for Otis. Ball punch deep, set down the middle, and the attack line into the block of Palzer at the net. And stuffed down, and Otis is within 2 here in the third.
Surprised there wasn't a timeout called.
Penny Eisenbar usually pretty liberal to let her coach do, or her team do things on the floor. Gonna have to take one here on the stuff block to the far line from Palzer. And Coach Eisenbar gonna take that timeout. We have coming up next one of the better school rivalries in the entire state of Colorado between Stratton and Flagler.
They live right down the block from each other on I-70.
and then you throw in Liberty. Who is
and High Plains.
Well, Liberty's co-opted with Stratton this year. And, you've got 3 really good rivals there that are going to be doing battle on the volleyball court coming up next. And it's for Flagler's tournament life. Yeah,
because Flagler lost to Caliche earlier today, so they've got to get the split and hope they get a little help.
Yeah, they need to beat Stratton, hope Stratton beats Caliche to force a 3-way tie. That's the only way they can get out after losing that first match. Same thing Kit Carson is facing here. If they lose this first match, they then need to win the last match of the day against Norwood, and have Norwood beat Otis tomorrow. With
the change in the pools going to just 3 teams, you really got to win that first match.
Yeah,
you have to.
Very, very key. As Kelsey Davis will step back to serve. 2019 Kit Carson out of the timeout. Ball dumped off the block. The net popped up by Patterson, set far side, and the big swing down the line. Shafford into the net. So the tie not successful for the Otis Bulldogs.
Good timeout. Broke the momentum. Got the point back and the serve back, and coming in to serve, number 5, Maria Arroyo.
She'll line in near side, fielded by Shafford. Kuntz will set over for Palzer. Her attack down the line. Ball dug up back row, set, and Eisenbart with the attack. Rejected back by Emily Palzer.
That was a stuff block.
Yes, it was. Boland will come on to serve once again for Shafford. Give her an opportunity, a second opportunity. After her first time, she was unsuccessful. The southpaw lines it down the middle. High dig out off the back row. Bumped up near side. Eisenbart with the big swing. Dug out back row by Flagler. Palzer will tip it onto the near side. Popped up by Ball in the front row. Back on the near side to Katie Ball. Rejected back by Palzer again. And Otis has the tie at 21.
Back-to-back rejections gets Otis in a tie and another timeout. I'll tell you what, part of our coverage here brought to you by some big sponsors, and we want to give a shout out to Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Part of our state championship coverage provided by them. We'll be there when you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, the day you file your first claim. We're here to make sure insurance coverage keeps up with the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage.
The Kit Carson Wildcats, that may be the shortest timeout I've seen by a team in this tournament. It took all of about 8 seconds for Penny Eisenbart to say what she had to say in that huddle.
Was it a one-sided conversation?
Very. 21-all. Boland will continue with the serve for Otis. Line down the middle, misplayed back row, but kept in play, and a free ball by Ball will come down the near line. Boland pops it up. Kuntz will set it up, and Palzer will play it down and deep. Dug out back row by Arroyo, and the set over and under the net with the Kit Carson setter.
Brooke Crawford, yeah.
And Otis is up 22-21. They've been down by as many as 5 here in the third. They're just 3 points away from winning in a sweep. Bolin lined the serve far side, popped up back row. Set on the far side, and the tip punched into the block of Kuntz. Kept up on the Kit Carson side. Big attack at the net by Eisenbart off the block. Tip back down by Kuntz. And in for a kill. 23-21 Otis. It's a 4-0 run. Bolin back to serve again. She'll line it near side. Ball popped up back row. Bumped up and down the middle. The tip will come and off the block and down it goes. Shafford will check back on, and back to serve for the Kit Carson Wildcats goes Katie Ball.
This is a very, very critical serve right here.
Ball lines the ball down the far side, popped up by Patterson. Set up on the near side, and Palzer will tip it down the line and in and take it to match point. Emily Palzer, who's gotten 3 stuff blocks and a kill in the last 5 points, will serve for the match. Palzer lines the ball down the middle, checked up back row by the Kit Carson Wildcats. Eisenbart with a swing off the block, punched up. Noble keeps it up and back into the radar zone. Eisenbart and down and in. Still match point at 24-23.
Been impressed by Eisenbart. She's played pretty well at the net since I've been here.
Salcido with the serve. She'll fly it far side. Fielded by Palzer. Kuntz will back set. Patterson, big swing off the block. Winged out on the front row. Kept in play by Flagler. 2-hit violation, though.
We're going to get to go extras.
We do at 24 all. Good battle back by Kit Carson. And a timeout will be taken by Otis before the serve is taken. Flagler and Stratton may just have to sit and wait. We had a couple 5-setters earlier today where the team came out
and then went back.
And then stood there for an hour and 20 minutes before they go back on, get onto the court. Fleming ended up going in and out a couple different times as they were trying to get ready for their match because the one in front of them went 5.
Well, we've got a lot of teams still alive, especially on the 1A court.
Yeah, the 2 have been eliminated so far. Earlier today, Wiley and Dove Creek both got eliminated going 0-2.
The Northeast Colorado contingent still very much alive on this court.
No question about it. Salcido at 24 out of the timeout. Lines the serve down the middle. Kuntz will set it up far side. Noble bangs it off the block. Salcido chases it down. Set on in the middle. Eisenbart with the big swing. Winged out by Palzer on the front row. Popped over by Kuntz. Checked up ball. Will back step for Eisenbart. She'll tip it over the block and down and in and give Kit Carson a set point. Salcido will step back to serve to try and force the 4th. Line down the far side, popped up back row by Patterson, set it up for Patterson. Gonna go with more, 25
Let's go some more.
Kelsey Davis gonna check in.
We got a nice couch. We'll just set and go some more.
Kuntz will line it short and down and in for an ace. Kylie Kuntz gives Otis their 3rd match point at 26-25.
This is one sport that things change so quickly. So quickly. She had to wake the ball girl up. Hello.
Kuntz steps back, lines the ball down the far side. Popped up by Eisenbart, set it up for Eisenbart. Rejected back by Kelsey Davis. And Otis wins it in the 3rd, 27-25. 25-15, 25-22, and 27-25. Next match for Kit Carson will be match 8 tonight. Otis on the court tomorrow against Norwood.